Arden? Who has the most grandchildren?
Hearing aids. Here, that's gotta be
Steven.
7.75. 7.75 grandchildren. All right.
Here.
John's got 9.
Okay.
That we know of. That you know of. That you know of.
Who has come the furthest to come here this evening?
All the way.
Who's visited the most countries? And how many countries?
85.
85? Okay. How many people have had a hole in one?
Woo!
How many people paid for it when they got one? Not me. I know.
Yeah. And how many are paying for it these days?
Okay. All right, and of course the one major question, okay, let me just see. I wonder if Stewart, Krabby, Fraser, and Guppy could stand up.
I don't like the sounds of this one.
Well, it's got to be 4 people.
John, that means you.
Just stand up.
You call all these people people?
All right, so I'm going to ask the question like I did 5 years ago. Amongst these guys, how many testicles are there? No show and tell. Because what you may or may not know is they form part of a singing group. And as part of the singing group, they have 16 testicles. Do you know why? Because one of them's a tenor. There you go. All right. In 4th year, we had an English class. Okay, what was the Shakespearean novel that we had to study? Yeah, we did.
I never went there.
Well, that was economics. The answer is Othello. What was the name of the prof?
What was the answer to the first question?
Othello. Okay. Who sat on my left as we answered the exam?
Who cares? I mean, who cares?
John Pullum. And the reason what happens, and the ladies may not be aware of this, you go to an English class and everybody is spread out all over the class. The prof hands out the exam, and in anticipation of the exam, all of a sudden everybody who's scattered all over the room, we're all sitting side by side by side by side. Okay? He walks out of the room and it becomes, who's getting on this one? Where'd you get on that one?
Yeah. Next to the person who can speak English. And we're engineers, so.
All right, one last question before the award. Who's the youngest class member?
Wayne Jeffrey.
When's your birthday?
Now, well, with John, we had a thing today, and we've resolved it between John and I, so if there's anyone here that's younger than 66, born in August.
Okay. Pass me the award.
Oh, the award.
It's not for being the youngest member.
No, I realize that. It's a shopping bag.
Now, you may not be aware of this. Some of you golfers may not be aware of it. Some of you ladies may not be aware of it. But every year we award the Ted Swain Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay? And by secret committee and vote, we select a winner of the Ted Swain Lifetime Achievement Award. This year, we have chosen, well, first I best show you the award.
It's Botox. It's a box of Botox.
This is the Ted Swain Lifetime Achievement Award.
It really is Botox.
Now, Grant, as the visitor from Western Canada, can you please read out who's the winner of this year's award, 2012?
Doug Stevens.
Woo! But no acceptance speech. No acceptance speech. Unaccustomed as I am.
I did have one other comment. I am not going to kiss this, but one of the things that really rips me off these days, have you ever watched any of those commercials for Viagra or Cialis on television?
Never, never.
You know,
well, what are those things?
Well, the problem is they show the Golf Channel about every 5 minutes. But if you ever noticed that, now no offense to any of the ladies here, but almost every lady looks significantly younger than the old goat on that commercial. It's just unbelievable.
And?
They look 10 to 15 years younger, and they're always seem to be off in the distance, and there's a guy kind of smiling, and he says, oh, I didn't get to play golf today because I'm staying home with my hottie over here. What? Let's get real, folks. There aren't that many, really. They're faking that whole thing. Let's just get real and get the older goats. And then the other thing is, do you have a backyard with 2 bathtubs? Do you have bathtubs in your backyard, 2 of them, where you can sit there side by side holding hands?
I don't know where this is going, Doug, but it's not sounding so good.
Anyway, welcome to the world of chemistry, that's all I can say.
Woo! A good winner, a good winner, a good winner.
I would like to say that it takes absolutely no skill to win this. Consequently, I'm proud to be in it.
Thank you, Doug.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I just wanted to make one quick comment for any of you who thought you were coming to our backyard tomorrow. You're not. The weather forecast is still gray and 15 degrees or so, so we're going to have a rain check or a rain date 3 weeks from now. I realize that doesn't do anything for the people who don't live in the greater Toronto area, but at least the weather should be warmer and most of the food will still be edible.
Oh, those peanuts will be great. And those potato chips will be great.
Sorry about that, but it just doesn't make any sense based on what weather we have coming up tomorrow to try and be in our backyard with your coats on worrying about whether you get rained on.
Drinks are on Lynch.